Hey, good people. Welcome to Miss LeAnnyaa's Third Eye 13. Miss LeAnn's my also known as SAG after name. Yaz my Thursday born Akan day name. So LeAnnyaa's my adopted name, living in West Africa. And this is where you'll get my third eye view on any number of things in or about 13 minutes. 13 being my favorite number. So again, welcome in.
Okay, so welcome in again to this unique multiple of 13, the 26th of the month segment, since there is no 30th or 31st this month. And so I wanted to piggyback on the segment, the Third Eye Thursday 13th segment that I shared a couple of weeks ago. And I wanted to pick up on my trip to Valencia, Spain in October, and how that experience sort of helped me along or was more confirmation for my need to focus on maintaining a healthy spiritual heart or heart healing. And maybe that will come, surely that will come. But today, instead, before earlier, I was watching a repeat of Girlfriends. And on the segment, I'm sorry, on the episode that I saw earlier, Lan, who's the character of the Girlfriends that was considered the most liberated sexually and spiritually and just a child of the universe is how she often described herself. And it just made me think that better use for this segment would be the idea of not just focusing on your spiritual heart, but just your spiritual energy, period. Making sure that your spiritual energy is as healthy as it can possibly be, because the physical experience is a trip. It's a journey that can be a trip, an up and down trip. And so, yeah, one of the things that I've shared before is that I believe at its most basic, at the core, people either believe that they're human beings having a spiritual experience or having spiritual experiences, or they're spiritual beings having a human experience. And I have a convicted belief that I am an evolved spiritual being who has experienced the physical realm before. And I don't know how many times, there's a common belief that identifies the number of times, but I don't know how many times, but I do know that based on all of the stories from people who knew me before I knew myself, I had to have, I had to have mastered independence in a previous life in terms of marching to the beat of my own drum, apparently from the womb right away. So anyway, going back to girlfriends and some of the experiences that I've had over these past couple of weeks have been basically trying to reconcile and juxtapose my beliefs with that or those of some of my beloved. I'm from the South, and I have beliefs about what that means. Being from the South, being Black, being born to educated people, I couldn't be anything else but a Christian. and so there is, there's a lot to unpack there. But basically, I try my best to hold space for them, their beliefs and their convictions, because that is what their guide is, their moral guide is. And one of my mirror bestie is actually a witness, and I met a witness earlier today, someone who I'm hoping to be able to do business with. And when she said calling on Jehovah, I didn't say anything. I didn't uh, clarify or let her know that, one of my closest people in the world is a witness, but that's not my thing. In fact, it's according to their fundamental tenet, the opposite of what I believe. But, there was no need for me to say that, yeah, I don't call on Jehovah. I just accepted her. And she was an elder too. Actually, her story is very similar to my mother's. So I certainly, had to defer to her. So anyway, the whole point is that not only is our heart health, maintaining it, focusing on, and when I say heart health, not to say that neglecting your physical heart is something that you should do or that I do. I try to avoid certain foods, but in terms of maintaining and focusing on a healthy spiritual heart, I think it is also imperative to have a healthy, balanced spiritual nature, letting your energy be your guide, and doing what you can to harness the energy for good. And I don't know that I'm making sense. And a part of it is because I decided to change it pretty spur of the moment. So I'm just going to have to let this be what the segment is, even though I am not very confident that I have imparted what I wanted to. But I will affirm that it helps someone, that someone is able to take something from it that helps them to move along further. Okay. And so that's going to do it for now. And with that,
My biggest Third Eye 13 aspiration is to eventually host all of my beloved thriving 13th babies, the eighth wonder of the world, Mr. Stevie Wonder, born May 13th, Auntie Whoopi Goldberg, born November 13th, and the September 13th trifecta, Miss Iyanla Van Zant, Mr. Tavis Smiley, and Mr. Tyler Perry. And my biggest professional aspiration is to join my beloved renegade phenomenal 15th baby, Mr. O'Shea Jackson Sr., Ice Cube, Yay Yay, born June 15th, to support reinventing the contract with Black America in an effort to empower our voices, our impact as the descendants of the American slavery system. And I thank you now for touching and agreeing with me on all of this, please. As well, I would appreciate if you would like the video and subscribe to the channel to keep posted on what's coming. And thank you very much for taking the time to hear me out. And I affirm that, be it by divine appointment, you will the next time as well. And I release that to the source to be done. And so it is. Amen and Ashe. And I'll close with Namasté, meaning the light within me honors the light within you. So until next time, be good, take good care, and namaste, good people.